the exercise we'll do is to face the resistance, face the obstacles, the fears, the negative stories. Okay. And this is a function of imagination. We're going to consciously decide to see what it's like to live by all those negative false beliefs and fears. Because you have, on the one side, here's what I want. You have this other path that is, here's all the reasons you can't do that and it's not going to happen. And the denial approach is, I don't want to think about that. I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this, get distracted, but I want to try this. I get distracted, but I want to try this. And so we go back and forth. We don't even want to look at that. We feel it, we try and get ourselves out. We feel it, we try and get ourselves out. No. But we don't really feel it. We don't really go, what is this path over here that my ego mind is pulling me towards? Today, I'm inviting you to go down that path in our imagination, to have a dreaming, go down that path of everything it has to say, all the ugly things that it's offering for us, of what our life is going to be or why things won't work out, and to feel it. But to do it, like I said, with awareness. And to allow ourselves to really feel it. Okay. It's effectively, we're going to touch the hot stove. You know, if you're a little kid or you have a little kid and you tell them, like, they're curious. We're curious. Like, what? There's a stove and mom's cooking and little kids like wants to come up and touch something on the stove. You're like, no, get away. That's hot. That's hot. Do they know what hot is? No, they're curious. They've never touched a hot stove. And so they keep wanting to reach and play and do things. And then one day, mom's distracted, whatever, they touch a hot stove. And it hurts. And they remember, I'm not doing that. No freaking way am I going to do that. And so today, I'm inviting you to touch the hot stove, to go into the dream that's so ridiculously painful, debilitating, and fearful and miserable, and go touch it, feel it. And the feeling's important. And to know, if I listen to these stories and I do what they say, this is how I feel and this is what my life will be like. So that anytime in the future, when those resistances want to show up, you expect me to go touch that? No way. You will know the pain that they are offering. You will not entertain doing that, thinking that, believing that thought, because it's like the consequences of just believing that is so painfully debilitating if I go down that road. No, thank you. Okay. Does it make sense why we want to do this? So that any time in the future, any one of those thoughts is offered, that deep down in your psyche, it's recorded in a visceral, painful, touch the stove, hot stove sort of way, that just when that thought wants to offer itself, you're like, part of your brain is going back to this memory of like, no, if I go believe that, it's going to lead to all this pain. And you go immediately, no. You entertain the thought less, you catch it sooner, you know what's behind it, you know where it leads, and all of that is deeply embedded in your psyche, and you go, no. Before you have a chance, before your unconscious is allowed to entertain it at all, your unconscious is repelling it instead of allowing it. That's the dreaming. So, how's your list of all the negative thoughts and obstacles and fears?